We're thinking about how we can be helpful as a bridge. I mean, it may be one of the most important things the county is able to do is to bridge services and bridge funding between when larger tranches of money come in that aren't going to need to be paid back, and they can come back to us. I think we're going to tell nonprofits that we'll defer their rents again because their rents are reimbursable. We can take that load off them now, and then they can apply for federal money for rents, and then they would then be able to pay the rents out of the money given to them for the purpose of paying rents without having people running into cash shortfalls in the short term. Which leads me to something else I do want to say, and I'm glad you mentioned that. Charitable giving. This is a big deal. There are a ton of organizations who between when this started and all through the spring normally have these balls and galas and things, and some of these events are the primary funding mechanisms for these organizations. They bring in large sums of money that are critical to their operation. They're not having any of these events, obviously. The organizations are still doing the work, and they're actually, many of them are doing more work. So anybody who has the wherewithal to do this, find the organizations in the county that need help, which is pretty much all of them, and please make contributions. You've got Manna Food and the other groups doing food support. You've got all the folks who do homelessness work. You've got folks working with individuals who need housing support. There are a ton of things out there. There's a clothing center that one of our nonprofits runs. Mark Burgle over at Wider Circle. You know, the needs of people are greater, not lesser in this. And I remind people there are a lot of folks who will be getting no help from the federal government at this point. I'm hopeful that the state government can be helpful. But if you're not documented, let's be frank about this, you don't qualify for unemployment in the federal programs. And if you don't have a job and you don't qualify for unemployment, your circumstances are certainly really severe. So I would just implore residents who are able to please think about the nonprofits of Montgomery County, and whoever you give to, it will help. And if you can do multiple contributions and spread it around, that's a good thing too. But it would be remiss, and I'm glad I had the opportunity and remembered I wanted to say this. Please help out. This is another case where human beings can control the outcome of some of these situations.